Galalal, Wahawadla, Yahweh Bahasham Yoshai, Bahasham Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach well. Peace and salutations to the brothers and the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. And Brother Manatasak saying Shalom. Alright, so I'm do a little short video here. And it came to me through the spirit, you know what I mean, while on the cotton field, meditating, so on and so forth. Doing my job, you know, but no mind elsewhere, you know how it does go. Alright, it came to me and I finally get the time to sit down and do it. Alright, so we're going to start off in the book of Obadiah. Right, as the title says, all the king's horses and all the king's men. Alright, and at the end of this video, you should know who Humpty Dumpty is. Alright, yeah, Obadiah 1, and I go start at 3. Alright, it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, that thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Yeah, because right now Esau Edom on high, they riding on cloud 11 or even cloud 9. They think is the biggest, baddest wolf in the town. Right? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith who? Yahweh, the creator of all things. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Right, I mean, you know, Esau would just take and leave you with absolutely zips, nada, not, nil. As Schwab's said, you will own nothing and be happy. Because they want it all. All they want. All. I goes back to my car, just might bring out that. That not on the list, but I might bring it out. Right? You know what? Fuck that. Let me get it one time. Let me get it to quench the spirit. I believe it's my car too. Yeah. It says, and they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. But even your heritage they take away by the oppressing and taking away. Alright? Now let me jump to Habakkuk because it had the next precept in Habakkuk as well. Habakkuk 2 and I believe it's 3. It says, well, oh, okay, so like verse 5 here. It says, yea, also, because he transgressed by wine, he is our proud man, he full of pride. Neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as well as hell, and is as death, and cannot be what satisfied. So he'll take until there is nothing left to take. Right? But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And we go touch on a little bit, you know, just touch the surface a little bit, that's now. Right? Slowly jump back in the Obadiah, you know. Obadiah, I think I was on verse 4. Right, I know verse 5 can, right? So we go jump to 6. How are the things of Esau searched up? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee here, because, you know, we're seeing people were pulling out a knee to the EU, so on and so forth. Because why America even being hostile towards their own allies. Right? And prevail against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of Mount Esau, and the mighty man, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by what? By slaughter. Everyone, none remaining nil, not. You see with them going to take all, Yahweh Hashem will come and wipe them out. You know what I mean? That is the end result. Why? Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, Yasharallah, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off for what? Not for now, not for tomorrow, not for some months, not for some years, but what? Forever. Alright? Forever and ever. Now let me jump to the book of Isaiah 14 and 13, because, you know what I mean, if If you know, you know that that goes hand in hand, right? It says, "Well, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven." Talk about what them who dwell on high, right? I will exalt my throne above the stars of power. Be it the stars of power is who? The Jews. You understand? The true Jews, the Hebrew Israelites. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. All right? Yeah, I will be like the Most High. That is what they tell themselves, right? Because they want to own, they want to covet, they need it. It's just in them to be that way because why? They full of pride. Nobody should have, nobody should be equal to them, right? Yet also shall be brought down to hell to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Yeah, they will say that. Yeah, that there's the man that shake the kingdoms, there's the man that everybody was afraid of. How? And that is what going on in this exact time period right now because everybody have a stick, right? Right now is not who more and more economic, nothing in it. Right now is who had the bigger stick and who had more sticks. That is the goal right now. That didn't fad or trend as they just say. Right? It says, "They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as wilderness?" Yeah, how does do this? Leave nothing, right? Just death and destruction. Everywhere they go claiming they bring in all humanitarian rights. Is why they come in to fucking reap everything that you sow and more. They have made so like that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. All the kings of the nation, even of them, even all of them, lie in glory. Everyone in his own house, yeah, they will turn away from them. And we see in that as well. You know, the allies becoming what smaller and smaller as time passes. You know, it was once a big conglomerate, and now it dwindling. You know, it dwindling. Right now, you jump to Revelations, the book of Revelations 18, and we'll start from 7. It says, "How much she had glorified herself and lived what deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow." Yeah, that goes back to their pride, right? That goes back to their pride. They think they are untouchable, you know. That is why the scriptures call them the virgin daughter of Babylon, because why they was not touched. Nobody ever come up against them and overthrew them. They always overthrew, right? They were always the upper hand. But the tables turning. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her. Yeah, they will mourn her when they see she judgment, and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Yeah, when they see the smoke of she burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Yeah, you can't buy nothing because why it laid waste, made that desolate a wasteland. The same thing that they did to other countries all over the world, the same thing the Yahusha is going to do to them. You know what I mean? It's going to be a wasteland. Right now, let me go to my closing precept. One of my favorites right now, currently. I'm a 10 out of 10 precept right now. Right, Isaiah 31. And I'll start at 1. It says, Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now the Egyptians are what men and not power, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fail, and he that is holpen shall fall down, and they all shall what? Fail together. Right? They all will fail together, and this is the judgment of Esau Edom. This is their last stand. This is the last great charade, hoorah, coup d'etat, however you want to label it. This is the last. After this, there is no more. No more grandstanding, no more puffing up your chest, as they say. No more fucking pride. You're going to be humble to the lowest extent until all be what? Wiped out by the Son of the Almighty and his elect. And this is just the judgment. And as it say in the Humpty Dumpty rhyme, all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. Right? America will not be rebuilt. The system will never be here anymore. They will be eradicated. Right? They will be eradicated. So I hope it sparked food for thought. I hope it was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kwakadash. Until next time, Shalom.